Construction Fails: How Project Owners Can Fail, a how-to guide. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how, if you're a project owner, you can absolutely tank your construction project, pay at least 20 to 60% more from a cost standpoint, because we didn't want the investors or our spouse to get it. I'd rather just have this be my pet project and throw that money away. And how to overextend your duration, and then how to have some fun with getting into a court battle with your contractor. So this is the video. If you really want to suck at being an owner, this is the how-to guide, and I know you're gonna love it. In fact, so much, please like and subscribe, because we want all building owners to maintain the status quo, keep classical management predominant in the industry, never learn, and force the systems on other people so no one ever has an excuse to get better. That way we can just keep playing our game. Please like and subscribe to the video, and I'm going to give you this how-to guide right now. So number one, some of these are similar to being an owner's rep, but I'll give it to you here in case you're the owner watching the video. If you want to tank your project, you've got, this is the hot ticket. You've got to push and rush your people, because here's the deal. Everybody thinks that like pushing and rushing is normal, and they've come to expect it from us owners. But really what happens is it will put the project team in chaos. And I hate those guys anyway. Like, I wish I didn't even need a general contractor or trade partners. My core hatred for them, like, really, it brings me joy that I know that I can push them, rush them, keep them on the job site super late at night away from their families. God knows I don't want anybody to be happy. And then have them be put into a productivity spiral. Now you might be asking, why would I want my contractor to be in a productivity spiral? Well, let me explain this. My lawyers are great. Like, I'm going to get this money back one way or another, right? And I do not have the time or the inclination to hold my designers accountable. So if I can put the contractor into a spiral, I've always got the upper hand, and I got my thumb on their forehead, and I can make everything their fault, because I don't want to get into this holding designers and doing the right thing and making decisions on time. Like, who wants to do that? So I can have all of my sins hidden while making them feel bad about theirs. So absolutely, we've got to rush and push our contractors. Number two, if you want to make sure that you have like if you're like, oh, I don't know if I can pull that off, definitely start the project before it's ready. So what you'll want to do is you want to overcommit them, get them, like, it's kind of like if you want to stay with somebody, this is a really horrible analogy, but in this tanking the project is kind of a horrible video anyway. It's kind of like if you really want to lock somebody into a relationship, have a baby with them, right? Overcommit them, right? Get them locked in to where now they got some skin in the game. If you do that with your general contractor and make them start, right? They're paying for insurance, they're paying for their bond, right? They've got their people allocated, they're burning through, they've got to rush and push. So now they're incentivized to rush and push and panic. So definitely we should overcommit them, right? And we should strategically misrepresent how hard it is to do the project in the beginning. And the design will finish. It's not that incomplete. These changes are just a normal part of life. You can absorb them. These are the things that we need to tell our contractors if we really want to have that ultimate control over them. And number three, you're going to love this one. We're going to use the lean communities like tools and techniques against them. Here's what we're going to do. You've heard of phased design, right? It's supposed to be you finish the project sooner, but no. We're going to call it phased design, but just not finish the design. Then get them to go, get them to start, and they're going to have to ask a ton of RFIs. They're going to have to design through submittals. They're going to do whatever we want, be at our whims, and then I can change things and not really have to do my job. So we're going to now use the lean communities like tools against them. And instead of phased design, have it be incomplete design. Number four, like I said, there's no way I'm holding my designers accountable. So now that I can shove all that off onto the general contractor, I can be buddy-buddy with the architect, and they're going to be more incentivized to like do different things with the building and tinker like I want to, because I didn't have the discipline to put in the effort in the beginning to design it properly. So I'm definitely not going to hold the designers accountable. I'm literally going to make any incomplete design, any RFIs, any me designing through submittals, any problems that come from design, the general contractor's fault. And I've got a good plan for this. I might not be able to make the GC pay for it. I can definitely force the subcontractors into paying for this because in our contracts, we've shed the risk, right? And technically, it's their job. So we're home free. I don't have to hold the designers accountable. Number 5, I've got a surefire way because Jay Money gave me a video on this one too. I'm going to hire the wrong owner's rep, well, the right one for me, but I'm going to hire the one that's the most contentious, that can keep the contractor busy, rush and push for me. I don't even want to have to do that. I love that book, The 4-Hour Work Week. I'm just going to go sit on a beach somewhere. So I need the owner's rep to make the general contractor's life a living nightmare and to basically run all the contracts and my budget crunching and my court battles for me, right? So the more contention they can create, the more difficulty they can create, the more they can put everybody into an adversarial relationship, the better off I am because I can just shed any of my problems on other people. Number 6, I love CPM. Why would I want a tact plan? There is zero chance that I want Tact, Last Planner, and Scrum to tell the real story and show where I'm not making decisions, where I'm not holding the designers accountable and I'm not doing my job. I love CPM schedules. By the time we get to about 60 pages, I can hide anything in there and make it say whatever. So then they make a mistake, blame it on them, recover. Hey, now they're busier. Like, this is just a feedback loop that's amazing and serves me. I don't have to be accountable for anything. And then, like I said, that's my lawyer's preferred tool to make it everybody else's fault in case we ever go to court, which we will, and I'll be able to recoup my money and basically do whatever I want. And who's really going to pay? The workers, the foremen, the trades, and the GC will pay a little bit, but I ain't going to pay. One of the things that I love doing is nobody has to pay if we just make workers like work extra time and overtime. They can pay for it with their bodies and their personal time. Number 8, I'm going to create contracts where there's so much darn paperwork. The general contractors not only don't have time to run the job properly, but they don't have any opportunity to come back and look over here at this guy to see if this guy's doing anything wrong. There ain't nothing going on here. Do not look behind the curtains because I've got you busy. 9, one of my favorite things is to overextend the team. What I love is putting contract provisions in the contract that say, even with change orders, you don't get to estimate additional resources for your general conditions, right? So what I can do is if I get about 30% of the building changing according to my whims with my buddy designers over here, literally I can decline any additional costs when it comes to management, and they just have to do what I say. And here's what I love about this is now they're going to get distracted with their work because they're distracted with the change orders, and now I've got more fault that I can put on them and more blame that I can send their way. This is just a win-win. Number 10, we do not want to give the project team time to plan. I don't want to pay for it, number 1. Number 2, if they plan, then they're just going to show me how I need to do my job. I'd rather be able to blame it on them and really just spiral this project out of control. Number 11, there's zero chance I'm making decisions in a timely manner. I'm just going to take my sweet time whenever we feel like it. Maybe I don't know, maybe when I feel like it, I'll go ahead and decide on room numbers so they can do their commissioning activities. Maybe when I feel like it, I'll select furniture, or I'll select material types. But not now. Why? Because if I did that, they would have what they would need, and we would have no fun and interesting fights in OAC meetings, and I wouldn't be able to lord over them anymore. So I'm not doing that. And number 12, there's zero chance that I'm going to track the right metrics and know what's going on. I just want to know and do what I want to do because in my opinion, rushing, pushing, and panicking is the lowest cost. I don't care what it really costs. I definitely don't want to insinuate in this industry, this concept of doing things right. That's just going to create more work and discipline on my part. And I want to go live the 4-hour work week. Owner's rep, you can handle it. Those are 12 surefire ways to tank your role as a project owner. And it works every time. And if you really want to stick it to the trades, which we all hate, and the GC, which we hate even more, and blame it on other people, and literally give my lawyer some work, because, man, I love going to his house, and they're good golf and drinking buddies, right? Give more work to our lawyer. This is exactly the plan that you're going to follow. In fact, I'm going to give you a formatted Canva link for exactly, that will guide you exactly how to be the crappiest owner possible and keep our industry in one of the lowest productivity brackets known in human existence. So you're welcome. Now for some real talk. This is really what happens. In any of these how to fail videos, you might think I'm exaggerating. Nope, this is exactly what happens. If you want to know how to not do that, if you're an owner who cares, put us in. We can provide you consulting, be an owner's rep, and really find that win-win-win and finish your projects on time. I hope you've enjoyed this fun little video. On we go.